want to have a chat to you about that little trend right now and how we can arm you with the ability to process this correctly. So here's the process, guys. Right, so step one, join TMAP, bam. You do your credit checks, credit scores come in on point. Step three, what do? You start your borrowing capacity. Borrowing capacity, you gotta get all that documentation through. Borrowing capacity comes back and you're like, oh, okay, not quite what we wanted. So what do you do with that? Let's have a conversation about a lower borrowing capacity than what you anticipated, what you desired. There are three things that are going to come under close consideration for you in the triangle with three sides. So here's the options, guys. What happens when you don't have enough money? Well, you have to select from these three things. One, you get the area that you want. Number two, you get the property that you want. And number three, you get the price that you want. Let's look at that closely. So when you don't have the borrowing capacity that you want, which means you don't have the budget, then you only get to select two of those things. So what does that look like? Well, let's have a look. So first is the area that you want. So you might look at the area that you want and you might get the price that you want, but it's not going to be the property. Or you will get the area that you want and you'll get the property that you want, but it's not going to be the price that you want. Or you get the price that you want and you get the property that you want, but it's not going to be in the area that you want. And so this is an adult conversation with you so you can understand that the selection criteria that you're going to face, because at the end of the day, our hopes, dreams and ambition are going to meet the harsh reality of our budget. And this is just real talk, people. You can get angry. It's funny, I had a chat with a student a few days ago and they said they didn't like the TMAP two-step. They were almost offended by it. No, why would I buy that? Why would I buy something that I don't really want? Why would I do that? And this is what you need to understand. When you can't have everything that you want, you need to select from the best that you can. And so what are you choosing? You either get the area and the price, but you don't get the property that you want. You choose the price and the property, but you don't get the area that you want. It is that simple, guys. Right? That is the matrix. And so what does Teach Me About Property do to arm you with the right strategies and tools to navigate through this? With the TMAP two-step. And a lot of people who don't move when they join Teach Me About Property, what they struggle with is by understanding and coming to terms quickly with the realities of their budget, the realities of their financial situation. And what they do is they make a poor decision based on their financial reality that stops them from progressing financially. Because I'll tell you why. What they don't understand, you've never ever purchased a property, right? You're standing here, I don't own property, I've never owned property. And what the mistake that people make is they look at the first property like it is going to be the only property that they're ever gonna own in their lifetime. The answer to that is it's not, guys. That's just the first one. What you don't understand when you've never owned property is the property that you don't like goes up in value too. And when the property you don't like goes up in value, then you're able to use that value to buy something that is a step closer to something that you actually like. And one day you will get to the point where you have enough budget and you can buy the area you want, the property you want at the price that you want. You'll be able to do all three. But day one, week one, that ain't where you start, right? And the person who normally has the most difficulty with processing that information is you. Why? Because we lack humility. We lack the ability to understand. Just because we can't have everything we want now does not mean that I can't have everything that I want soon or later. But you have to start the journey, and you got to do that one step at a time.